you don't really feel it's as honest as it could be. In my area, in bloods, even in bloods, it's very vague because one of the big things people talk about is high ferritin. And I often say, well, actually, the coefficient variant of your reading is plus or minus 25%. So that's huge. That's a huge variation in the reading. And many people don't talk about this. I've got the figures, obviously, because I do it. And I did a decade of private blood testing. You have to understand that it isn't just nutrition science. It is sort of endemic. And the way they do the labs now is definitely designed to scare people. I mean, this is one of the things, a real pet hate of mine. I used to get labs and it would just be the facts. No big red flags or graphics, with a circle putting you in the red. And it's a bugbear of mine, actually. And I think I might start doing a newsletter akin to yours, but just about bloods every single week, talking about one area where the interpretation is much more important than these little red flags and the mainstream narrative about it. So anyway, I loved what you said there.
You might really like a paper on that, actually, Stephen. There's a paper by, I think it's Fraser and Fogarty from 1989, and they looked at the accuracy of the cholesterol test. And this is even outside all the things that we know that impact it, like if you're stressed, if you've been sunbathing recently or you haven't sunbathed for 6 months, if you're running late for the appointment, what you might have eaten yesterday, which is akin to the work that Dave Feldman has done in terms of how you can mess around with your cholesterol within a 24-hour period. Aside from all of that, I think from memory, their estimate of the inaccuracy of the test was something like 19%. So if you get a cholesterol reading of, keep the numbers easy and use one of the US ones. If you get a cholesterol reading of 100, it could be 119 or it could be 81. That's a pretty big range for a particular blood measure. And that's just one that I know about cholesterol. You'll know about low small because you've worked in that field and I haven't. But the inaccuracies on top of other inaccuracies are going to make a lot of these things completely meaningless.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And